blue. Our first game is speed date. We'll start with 1, which doesn't rhyme.
Can I get a suggestion of the worst way to say I love you?
Puking it.
I warmed the toilet seat for you.
I think we're going with puking it.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm fine. I just had some shrimp before this. It's not you.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah, no, I'm
you
fine.
were fine when I was walking up.
Yeah, I'm
but
fine.
As soon as I sat down, you started
No,
gagging.
what do you like to do for fun?
Well, I like to walk my dog.
Oh, you have a dog. What kind of dog?
He's like a lab mixed with a German
Oh,
Shepherd.
wonderful.
Super high. Are you sure?
No, I'm fine. Just keep talking. I want to get to know you.
Okay. Well, my favorite color is yellow.
Yellow.
Okay.
I've been expecting you because of the ding.
That's usually how this speed dating thing goes. What's your friend's name?
Meowskers.
Meowskers.
Yeah. You like cats, right?
Yeah.
You're hesitating.
Well, I mean, it's just I've never had a cat before, so how can I really say I like something if I've never had it? I don't want to touch a cat. No, thank you. I'm actually really cat phobic, so please keep your cat on your side of the table. Thank you.
Well,
I don't think this is gonna.
ding.
Hello, I'm the Crab Lord.
The Crab Lord.
Lord of the Crabs, if you will.
Lord of Crabs. Crab Lord.
Mhm.
Very interesting. You like your pinchers?
Very much. I bet you would too.
I prefer scratches.
Ding. One of these days.
Hi.
Hello.
I see you got a lot of crabs on you.
I'm the Crab Lord, Lord of the Crabs.
See, that's nice, but I'm a bit of a clean freak, and I as you can tell, I'm not very comfortable right now.
Are you saying that I am dirty because of my crabs?
Exactly.
Fuck you.
Not tonight.
Ding.
And I thought the last person was bad.
Hey.
I don't mean to be rude, but no, thank you. Like I said, I don't mean to be rude, but no, thank you.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You seem like a nice person, but I don't think it's just gonna work out between us. You have a good life.
It's nice to meet you. Name? Name?
Carl.
Carl. Nice to meet you, Carl. Occupation? You look like a podiatrist to me. I'm gonna go with podiatry.
What's that?
It sounds cool. Do you live in a walk-up, or do you have a elevator that goes up and down? You look like an apartment person to me, so just going out on a limb.
I'm germophobia though. Elevators.
So a walk-up.
No.
Oh. In a tent? Like down by the river? Kind of tent?
Yeah.
Is it on the east side or the west side of the river?
I think you asked too many questions.
Man,
Carl, I was trying to get to know you.
Joe, could I borrow about $200?
I don't carry cash. I don't,
You got a credit card?
I do, but it has my name on it, which you, yes,
You
I
got Social
asked.
Security?
I'm pretty sure we're supposed to get to know one another.
Oh, and you give me your information, I know you real good.
Yeah, no. What's your name?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I am anywhere like that.
Do you have any interest in getting to know my name, what I do for a living, where I live, whether I have an elevator or not?
Actually, yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
ding. Unfortunate.
Alright. Slightly better now. What's your deal?
What's your opinion on scamming?
Exactly, are we scamming? I could get away with some medical fraud right now.
Hold on, I got some more Hubba Bubba in the car, might help with that.
This card says, where are your clothes?
Well, where are they?
Well, they're on my body.
We can change that.
Here's one for you.
Oh. Well, sad. This one says, up next we're playing an improv classic. This one's called New Choice. And I will need at least 2 improvisers.
Who wants it? Can I get a suggestion of the worst place to go on a first date?
Swamp.
Swamp it is. You seen any ogres?
Any ogres? Any ogre?
Yeah, no, they have that thing. They must be near. It's the smell of onions.
I mean, I thought we would be going, like, I don't know, to the movies, or to, I don't
You said you
know.
like Shrek, so we're gonna find him. You said you like Shrek, so we're gonna kill him.
And then we're gonna mount him on our wall?
Mm-hmm. Like taxidermy deer head.
Oh my god, okay. So, you said onions, but...
Shh, get down. There he is.
Sure is a nice day in my swamp. It's kind of murky.
I've got the
Random
shot.
crocodiles
What?
and whatnot.
I think we should do this. Maybe we should do this. Go ahead. Okay.
Sorry. Got a little carried away. That's.
You think...
I didn't think they were actually real. I knew they were real. Now the scientific community will take me seriously.
Not that he has like 6 holes in his body, it's all messed up.
It's still Shrek. Look, it's it's Shrek. Yeah.
It's gonna have to be like shoulders up now. It's gonna have to be body down.
Just the legs.
Yeah, I want like the most gruesome parts actually.
Mm-hmm.
For the memories, you know.
You want me to shoot him a couple more times then?
Sure. Huh. Well, it would appear one of our admirers has told us
and that's it. But that's in fact not, because we have more games.
Then after this,
Somebody get it, please.
we're playing director. I need 4 improvisers, please.
You going?
I can be the director.
Am I in the chair? Are you in the chair? You're in the chair?
Can I get a suggestion of a love tragedy?
Orpheus.
My life.
Romeo and Juliet.
You know what? I like my life. So I'm gonna go with my life. All right. Hello, my lovely actors. We are here to perform, or you're here to perform. I'm here to watch you perform. We are going to be doing a scene where you are the doctor, you two are a lovely couple, and you are telling them the bearer of bad news of one of them having cancer. Whichever one it is, that is up to your discretion. All right? And how we're going to play this scene is an 80s cheesy action movie. Got that? Got that? Got that? All right, and action.
I'm so glad we were able to make it.
I know.
To your appointment.
I know.
Good news, Doctor.
Good evening.
Good news.
Um,
Don't worry.
Unfortunately, it is anything but good news.
Doctor, you better tell us the news.
I don't know if I have it in me.
Tell us the news!
One of you is going to die very soon!
Which one is it? Actually, do we want to know which one it is?
We do.
All right, cut. I like where this is going. I like where it's going. I want to bring up the drama a little bit more. A little bit more.
More.
So we're going to go
More drama.
telenovela, soap opera vibes. Got that? So even more drama, more intensity, more crying, more emotion. And action.
I'm having your love child! What? I'm so sorry! I love you, Karen! You did love me, and I love you! But I also love Eduardo.
How could you do this to me? We were friends and we were lovers. How could this happen?
And we were friends, and we were lovers!
It was the only way to distract you from the fact that you're going to die.
Cut. Almost perfect. Almost. I just want to take it one more direction. I want to see what happens with this. All right. I want to do this as a comic book superhero movie. Or instead of you dying, you get powers. And yeah. All right. Action.
Wait, what's happening?
You're turning green!
Oh my god!
What's happening, Doctor?
I've never seen this reaction to the medicine before in my life.
You look incredibly hot! I mean, like, buff hot!
Cut. You're all hired.
That was delightful. Might have to add that to my rom-com binge this Valentine's Day, don't you think so?
Sounds fun. Should we watch together?
I think we should.
Cool.
Alright. So, turning back to our trusty card, I think nothing really says Valentine's Day like a big juicy onion. So that's what we'll play next.
Onions.
I will need 4 improvisers.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone give us numbers.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can I get a suggestion of something that happens to you like every time you do this game? Injury?
Can I get a suggestion of something that isn't always considered romantic?
Isn't it always?
for a bad closing line for a love letter?
Open your mind.
Go with that.
Can I get a suggestion for the worst first date you could ever have? Dinner at your parents' house.
Oh. Valid.
Are you Phil Swanson?
Yes, I am. What brings you to the beach this day?
This toilet you shipped for?
I swear I was supposed to ship to my house. Do you like GPS track me? Or...
I need you to pay the $526.
No, I wanted the $1,336 toilet.
That's back in my truck. And I just walked through 50 yards of sand with it on a dolly.
No. But you brought me the wrong toilet, didn't you? What's your name? Jeremy? I would like the actual toilet I ordered.
Neither of you are in position. I cannot teach under these conditions. All right, you're gonna assume lotus pose, like so. It's the third class. We went over lotus castrated first. Okay, you're gonna assume lotus pose. Just do what I do.
Oh, nailed it.
Assume lotus pose. I'm just going to close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale.
Maybe I should come back for dinner another time?
It's KFC. Yeah, we're just eating on the floor now. Come on.
Yeah.
We had to sell the table to pay rent.
It's like having a picnic in our house.
We're so glad to have you.
I mean, we could go outside. So let's not.
So this is your
My lover? Gerald? Yes. Yes.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here to meet him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I brought the KFC.
Yeah, it's Gerald's favorite. Please don't be so
And
disrespectful.
I'm sorry. I just want
Colonel's
to make sure
famous.
I get this right. I love KFC, by the way. Obviously. I just want to make sure I get this right. How long have you guys been like hanging out?
Wait, you haven't prayed yet.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry.
You know, I was about to answer a
that
question.
bucket's all
See,
yours.
this is why we got a divorce, Rebecca. Okay? This is why Gerald
Oh, it
treats
wasn't
me
because of your
better
affair.
than you.
It wasn't because of your affair.
Okay,
You're
well,
looking at it.
sorry, Gerald gives better head.
Why'd you remove
Okay?
Family that I've just met. Okay, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like there's a lot to unpack here. Luckily for you, I know a therapist down the block, so I'll be right back, actually.
Oh, wait, that won't be necessary. We've been going to couples therapy for years.
Extra crispy.
Oh, not couples, not couples therapy. Severe mental therapy.
Oh, we haven't tried that.
For each of you,
No, that's valid.
individually.
Oh, we appreciate that very much.
Yeah, no, are you?
I'll take the one that I was eating on, because I don't say prayer, actually.
Oh.
I'll be back, though. All
right. We're gonna try this again. Inhale. Exhale.
I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah, see? This is yoga. This is yoga.
You guys
Thank you for
have
teaching us.
You guys have truly opened my mind. Yoga doesn't have to be quiet and boring. It can be loud. I'm
That's
gonna go reevaluate my life choices now.
Good. So, I'm gonna go,
Oh, God!
actually? Oh, that feels great.
Nothing says Valentine's Day like, where are your clothes?
Truly. So great, you gotta say it twice.
So great you have to say it twice, guys.
Alright, well this one's for you from our
Thank you
admirer.
so much. Wow, our admirer says that eulogy is next.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I need 3 improvisers, 2 of which pick some of these.
Oh goodness. How many? 2? He's dead. These are my 2 who can't have me.
But what if I want those 2?
All right.
Sharing's caring.
May I get a suggestion of a terrible movie that you watched recently? Hereditary.
Terrible.
I'll argue with you about that later. So there he was, my dear friend. He went outside with this little doggy and he said, "Hey, I'm walking her." but it turns out the dog was actually walking him. I've never seen so much speed from such a small, tiny, crusty creature. My dear friend, the stars in the sky got nothing on your eyes. But I'll never get to look at them again.
I think you're just like a little confused because like, actually, he was just like there, right? Yeah, walking his dog, but then he was approached by a strange woman who he had never seen before, and like, she walks up to him and they're just looking at each other for a minute, and she's like, "Hey," and he goes, "I'm loving a woman of God," and you know, she was like, "Okay, I was just gonna ask you where the grocery store was, but since we're on the subject, inner space is outer space." And as they were talking, a comet, the size of a pea, flew in from our atmosphere and doinked him down.
So, which one do you think is the real story of how our poor unfortunate soul here died? Let's clap if you think it was Ben's story.
Thanks.
Let's clap, not that we need to, but let's clap if we think it was Liv's. So now,
Because you stole my slipper.
Hey, thanks for walking Fluffster with me.
Of course, he's so fluffy, he just, he needs walks to maintain the fluff of his fluff, you know? And that's something I'm very proud to do, because he's so freaking cute.
Yeah, right? He's doing his business.
Oh my God! No! Fluffy, your dad! You're not even gonna check on him? No!
That was wonderful.
Truly. What does this one say?
Well, it would appear one of our lovely audience members has told us, over the sound of hot meat.
Romantic.
Yes, well what will we be doing next, over the sound of hot meat?
We're reviewing the dating game of
Oh.
the Sound of Hot Meat. It's kind of
Sounds
sexy.
lovely.
All right, I will need 4 improvisers. 5 improvisers.
5.
And a couple chairs. By that I mean all of the available chairs.
okay, I'll stop this. Need one more, not everybody.
The guessers leaving the building. One
just need one more.
Well, if no one else is gonna do it.
Someone's got to play.
The guesser has left. I will go to the
All right. Please solicit your suggestions, contestants.
May I have an iconic animated character that both I and Anthony would know?
Freddy Fazbear.
Porky Pig.
I have Captain Crunch. I have Captain Crunch. Iconic animated character.
Can I have a suggestion for a very sweet cartoon character that also I would know and Anthony would know?
Isabella Garcia Shapiro.
I don't even know who that is.
Another.
From Phineas and Frog.
What? Care Bear. Tweety Bird. Tweety Bird? Tweety Bird.
He's not sweet.
Can I get a suggestion of a daytime television host that both me and Anthony would know?
Maury Povich.
I think we're going with Dr. Phil.
All right. Let's bring in a contestant. What's up? We're here to find love. Well, I'm not. You are. Who are you?
I'm Steve.
This is Steve. Steve is gonna find love today.
Yeah, let's go, Steve!
Give it up for Steve. Makes me really excited to see you, Steve. Tell us a little about yourself, Steve.
Yeah, I work as what some would consider a technical wizard, and that basically means I'm just really good at anything that's technology, like phones, computers, anything like that.
That's a weird way of phrasing that, Steve, but all right. Now, please, ask our lovely bachelor/bachelorettes some questions.
I'll start with you in the front. What is your occupation?
I'm a non-licensed television therapist.
I like you already. What is your occupation, person in the middle?
I don't have one.
You don't have one.
I just kind of sit there.
Interesting. And you at the end over there, what is your occupation?
It's a debate. Some people think I'm a pirate. I don't think so. I think I run a legitimate business, a legitimate ship.
I'm very intrigued by that.
As you should be.
Person here in the front. What kind of therapy do you do? What kind of advice do you share?
I mainly bring mentally ill people on my show to humiliate them in front of a live studio audience, and then send them to do manual labor at various places.
Wow, that's crazy. That's totally not what we're doing.
You said what?
What? No, keep asking. You're here to find love, Steve.
I thought I heard you say something. My bad. Person in the middle. You're very interesting, and I don't know what to ask you. But I'm going to ask you this. If you could have an occupation, what would it be?
Singing.
Singing. Okay. And why would people say that you are a pirate?
Probably the hat. Would be the first thing. When you go around, and you're anti-berry, as I am, right? Some people like to talk about scurvy and the C, and you need vitamin C, but I don't think the berries have a lot of vitamin C. I see no reason for them. I'm a peanut butter all the way kind of guy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And I get one more question.
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Okay.
It's a tough decision, Steve. So.
Are you bald?
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
What kind of songs do you sing, person in the middle?
I just kind of, like, tweet.
Okay. And
I'm going to speak up real quick for this individual in the middle. You keep using the term person. It might be disparaging. I'm just going to put that out there, right? That not everyone is necessarily a person. person.
I know, I just can't remember their name.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But
Yeah.
actually, I kind of don't know who you are, so I'm gonna eliminate you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. but
Okay,
I
well
still-
then I am taking my milk, I'm taking my bowl, I'm taking my spoon, I'm taking my crunch with me. And my chair. I'm taking my chair too.
It's not mine, that's his.
Yeah, actually, can.
Have me crunch out.
Unfortunately, I'm interested in a person and not a bird. It's nothing against you.
You dumb whore.
Whoa! This is live television, dude!
So's mine.
I guess I'm going with Dr. Phil.
Another win for the anti-therapy community.
Now you're getting fined for that curse word, Phil. Huh? Get out of here! Found love with Dr. Phil. Well, we could stand, but
We could.
inside the hall floor.
Gosh. And that's it.
It really is this time. Because we
It
have
really is this time.
one more game, technically two, for all of you lovely people to enjoy.
Our next game
One game plus.
is Spoon River, followed by Fork Lake. We need 4 improvisers for Spoon River and 4 improvisers for Fork Lake, please.
Oh, right at the camera, I see.
You gotta get the suggestions. Is you going first?
Right.
Yeah, you go first.
I believe in you.
Can I get a suggestion of a color that doesn't scream love? Brown. Puce. Just for you. Spoon River. Hello. My name is John. I'm somewhat of a muscle man, but I don't focus on the legs at all. I actually run the gym up the road down Spoon River, Maine. I don't know why its full road name is Spoon River, Maine. It works though, but it's a good day today.
My name is Timmy. I just turned 13, and for my 13th birthday, my parents got me a membership at this new gym. I'm so excited.
Sup, my name's Jackson. I only work out legs because I think that upper body muscles are heavily overrated. Yeah, that's just unachievable. But what we're talking here is the buffest thighs and the buffest calves you've ever seen in your life. That's my end goal. I live in Spoon River though, so like the gym we have on Spoon River, Maine, stupid road name, is mediocre at best, but hey, gains can't wait.
Hi, my name is Billy. I'm the 8-year-old brother of Timmy, and I kind of don't know where I want to go in life right now, being only 8 years old. So I kind of just follow my older brother around, and I kind of just go wherever he goes. He's kind of the only person that I really look up to.
So I started off the day, 3 protein shakes, 7 rounds of shake weights in the air. It's the best way to really tone our arm muscles, you know?
So I got to the gym this morning nice and early. It's a weekend. It's my one free day on Saturday because I do tabletops on Sundays. But I see the gym owner. I think his name is John. I don't know if it's Big John, Little John, just John, John, not really sure. But I mean, he is going to town on some type of protein shake weight wombo combo, I think is what he called it. I'm not really sure. It looked intimidating.
I wake up bright and early, hit the gym, see my man John, there's this kid in the way, push him out of the way. I can't wait to work out. John's hitting the shake weight. I figure, you know what? That could work for the legs too. So I say, hey John, yo, toss me that shake weight. So he does, and I catch it. And then I hit the...
So I wake up a little later than what I intended to, and I look for Timmy, and Timmy's gone. And I ask Mom, I ask Dad, they don't know where he went, which that might be concerning, but that's a kind of another thing for another time. So I kind of just start walking around Spoon River. I end up on Spoon River Main Road. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. I'm only 8, so there's only so much I can read. But
And so this guy comes in, he just like shoves me, and I would have been offended if he didn't have what all the other kids at school call a voluptuous dump truck. I have never seen such toned legs, thighs, cheeks, and calves in my young life.
So after 5 minutes of just staring at Jackson's rump, I see that little Timmy's also staring in that direction. So
What can I say? People admire the wagon. That's why we acquire the wagon, baby.
Yeah, the wagon, baby.
So I finally reach out my hand to get Timmy up, and I hand him one of the junior shake weights. That way, you know, they can handle it. And I hand him like a little milk box protein shake.
If you want to get, you know, ass and legs like me, you gotta do a little something extra. So I see John's handing, you know, this little kid who I see wants a wagon like me. So I go over to him, I say, hey, here's this syringe full of goodness for you, kid.
Oh, wow, what does that do? And he tells me that it'll give me a lumpy dumpy too. So of course I have to take this magical syringe of goodness. My mommy would probably be upset that I took this from this man I just met mere seconds ago, but she's not here.
so I see in one of the windows at this place with all of these machines that people use to get big, and I see my brother, but I see something I've never quite seen before. It was a big butt, so I had to kind of just walk inside and kind of see what was happening. This is the first time I've seen something really like this. So I go.
So after I gave a literal child some roids to get big, because that's what we're here for, getting big, I go over to the mirror and start hitting some, you know, flexes in the mirror, mostly glute flexes, you know. I gotta admire the wagon
So I
sometimes.
see that Jackson's now uselessly flexing with like his legs. And so I stand directly in front of his torso and I just start doing like boom boom firepower. And like in the mirror, it's a beautiful image. My upper body just like mass, and then Jackson's legs. And he starts to curve it around, and you just see that like round moon-shaped ass. And
I'm seeing one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen before. It's the perfect combination of big legs and big body. I go up to Timmy and I tap him on the shoulder and I ask for him to explain what's going on.
So I've never used a syringe before or a needle of any kind. And while I was trying to figure out where it works from, my brother shows up. He doesn't have a membership and is also probably too young for the wagon. I've picked up a lot in my 30 minutes in the gym. This new lingo is really gonna change my cool factor. So I take this syringe and like I said, I don't know how to use it, but I know it's supposed to go in your blood, and your blood comes from your heart. So I just gave it a little.
So I start pushing Jackson out of the way because I'm tired of staring at that ass. I'm like, I need to get an ass like that. So I start pushing him, and then I see like this tiny, like two tiny humans. I no longer see a shake weight up in the air. I see like hands in the air, like they just don't care, screaming. And I rush over. I clip a table, and my body like you know that like eagle like I just lay out on these weights that start to topple over.
I hit the ground because I've been shoved because too much ass is too much ass sometimes. But then out of the corner of my eye, I see John take flight, and like he's got big traps, so he like soars through the air. And as I'm looking, I realize I can't get up because my ass is too fat, too buff. I can't get up, and the weight of it starts to crush me underneath it.
So I don't know what's supposed to happen when you make the magic special gym juice, but I can only imagine it's kind of like what Captain America felt like in the Super Soldier Serum tank, because I felt like a literal demigod. It was so cool. I had all this power and anger that I had never felt before.
Mid-flight, I realized, whoa, Timmy's glowing.
It's what my little brother might call going Super Saiyan, actually.
I'm watching my brother go Super Saiyan, and then out of the corner of my eye, I see something. I don't know what it really is, but I kind of just have a glance over, and I see Magic John soaring through the air. And I was so captivated, I didn't notice that he was getting closer and closer to me.
So I had to use my newfound Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct superpowers to dodge this giant flying muscly man with these huge gymongous biceps. But when I dodged, I noticed that my hero was down for the count, and I knew that it was up to me with my newfound powers to save them and lift up the dumpy.
So I think that it's it, you know, the wagon is gonna be the death of me. But then I literally leave the ground, and I turn, and it's Big Timmy, man. He is just hulking me up off the ground.
So I do a full press of the Volumpi over my head, and it is at this moment that I realize my superpowers were only temporary, and I am then crushed under the mass of the dumpy, and
So
that is how I
3/4
died.
So 3/4 of the way in my flight, Timmy vanishes from my view. I don't know how. It's like he's fast.
So one moment I'm in the air underneath Big Timmy, and the next moment I hear and just right down, but that syringe that was still in him as I crushed him underneath my voluptuous dumpy lumpy, it just went right in there, and it was a lot that he hadn't like pressed it, so it just filled up and the whole thing popped and I bled out, and that's how I died.
So finally, end flight. I land. I no longer see the second body, but I start to feel like pain all throughout my chest, because like those dumbbells with weights, they just started impaling me. And my top half is heavy. So I really like, and that's how I died.
Luckily, I didn't get the top half to hit me. I got the lower half. So I was kind of just standing there, which was the mistake I made. Just kind of looking at everything that's going on. My brother is bloody soup. The guy with the big butt no longer has the big butt. Magic John is being crushed by the dumbbells. And I realize as I'm watching him get crushed by the dumbbells, I'm also gonna get crushed by the dumbbells. And the last thing I was able to do was look up as I watched them all land on me, and that is how I died.
Spoon River.
Do you want to get a suggestion or should I?
Yeah.
Let me get a suggestion of the last meal that gave you food poisoning.
Shrimp pho.
Same.
Falafel.
Okay. Falafels, yeah. Ford Lake.
So, hi. My name is Winona, and I go to Fork Lake, okay? And I'm trying to like be better about being like more active and like healthy, and so like I just joined this like running team, and it's fucking hard. Why did nobody tell me that running fucking sucks? I want to quit.
Hi, you guys. My name is Sadie, and I've been on the track team for like 5 years. I don't know how that's possible, but I have been. And it's a lot of fun, and I really like running. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Janice, but the children know me as Ms. G. I'm their guidance counselor. I meet with them all. I know all of them. I know what they want to be. I know how to get them to where they're going. Ms. G.
My name's Midge. I'm the assistant principal at Spoon River High, and I'm the temporary coach for the track team. Oh, at Fork Lake High, and I'm the temporary coach for the track team because our former coach was lost in a tragic incident at the Spoon River gym. I always tell them not to go back there.
So, I am a great student, okay? I'm always on time, I do my work. I'm gonna go to a great college. Well, that was until my guidance counselor told me that I need extracurricular activities. Who needs extracurricular activities? It's extracurricular for a reason. It's not required. Then it would be required Anyways. So, I tell her, okay, I joined the track team. I get into Harvard, correct? She goes, capiche. So, capiche. All I need to do is finish 4 more months of track, and boom, I get to go to Harvard. Well, we decided to do a little track potluck. Worst fucking decision of my life. Nobody teaches their kids how to cook anymore? No one? No one? Oh, okay. Well, we're there, and Janice.
So it's very important to me that students are exposed to as many cultures as possible during their high school experience. And so I decided, well, what better way than to bring all of the track kids together and to have them have an international meal. So I assigned each of them various countries, and some of them had main dishes, and some of them had appetizers, and some of them had desserts. But they were supposed to, in order to increase their capacity for cultural engagement. Now I did get some pushback, right? Some of them are like, but Ms. G, we're already doing so much with these extracurricular activities that they call it pushing on them. Okay, I don't call it pushing. I call it willful encouragement.
Your choice.
I call it you want to be something. I mean, that's what they want. They want to be something. And I see that potential. Oh my goodness, these girls have so much potential.
So I show up to the potluck. I'm familiar with the sports world. I know what pasta parties are. I'm expecting spaghetti. I could not be more wrong. None of these dishes... There was, in fact, spaghetti. But none of these children know how to cook. And none of these dishes none of the other dishes looked very good either. At this point, I'm ready to go home, but I'm the coach, and it's my responsibility to be there. Whatever, I never really understood that. So I get a plate with some of this mystery sludge on it. It has a label on it that looks like a flag. I think it's from Brazil or something. Doesn't look like any Brazilian cuisine I've ever tried. So I'm lobbing it onto my plate when one of my students comes up to me talking my ear off about how she wants to quit the team.
It's me. I really want to fucking quit the team. Like, God, I would do anything. But, and so I'm just like, hey, I came to the potluck. I made it. I made it a whole first semester. Why can't you just say I was there and call it a day, you know? And it's not even fair because then Midge is like, well, what did you bring to the potluck? And I, of course, got assigned Mediterranean food. I have no fucking clue about Mediterranean food. I mean, gyros, that's about as good as it gets, okay? Oh. Gyros, okay, that's it. So then, of course, I'm like looking up what to make. And I'm like, okay, I could just do like little mini gyros. But then, of course, Miss G was like, you need to do an entree and a side and a dessert so we can be culturally aware and engaged. So I'm like, all right, okay, fucking fries. I eat fries.
Two things that I love most in life, and one is running, and the other is track potluck day. I love making foods I've never heard of in the kitchen. And do I know how to make them? No, but that's what makes it so special. Because then you're making these like really fancy, almost cupcakes, but I guess they're not called cupcake cakes, and you pick up the flour and the powdered sugar, and you mix them accidentally. But that's okay. You accidentally use powdered sugar in your cupcakes instead of flour, and they kind of don't rise. But that's the fun part, because then you have to see all of your friends eat them, and they all tell you that they're really good, and even though you made that mistake, you're still like, oh, but they were so good, and everybody said they were really good.
Sadie made fucking chalk cupcakes. Chalk cupcakes, okay? It was grainy. I couldn't tell you what the flavor was, but sweet chalk. Sweet chalk, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna be real honest with you all right now, okay? I'm just gonna bare my soul. The truth is that not all students are created equal. That's just the truth of the matter, right? And I love them all equally in their own unique ways, right? But the truth is that I wish I could take some of this student and some of this student and just mix them together, right? And then you'd have the perfect student because, well, the truth is Sadie, she tries so damn hard, but she's really not very good at anything. That's just between you and me, okay? But she's wonderful. And then you've got Winona on the other end of the spectrum, right? Who, like, has no motivation to do anything but thinks she's the big caboodle, okay? But anyway, I love them all, and I'm just very proud of them for each and every one of their contributions to our potluck. So I called them all around the table, and I acknowledged each and every one of them and their positive
Basically, Miss G says, oh, you all did great, even though some people's shit was too salty. Fucking Sadie made chalk cupcakes. There was, like, dry-ass macaroni there. I had the best fucking food, okay? Fight me on that. Anybody could fight me on that.
Winona didn't even bother to look up the definition of Mediterranean. Right? Mediterranean, that means anywhere within the Mediterranean. Right? She didn't do that. No, she stuck to what she knew. I swear to God, she went to the downtown Greek restaurant, okay? And she bought things. I swear she did. I mean, you know.
Just because she found my fucking receipt in the trash doesn't mean she has to be a snitch.
So at this point, I can smell the tension between Winnipeg and Miss G. So I'm eating it up, because that means I can finally cycle my way through the line without all of these people, and I finally find some edible food. It's on the dessert table. And I immediately recognize Sadie's cupcakes. She does this pink frosting thing every year. They're not quite
Every year I make pink frosting, and I'm so proud of it, you guys. I use egg whites. This time I didn't cook the eggs though, but that's okay because it turned out really good. And then I whipped them up, and then I mixed it with pink.
So I see Miss G take the receipts and start walking over towards Midge, and I know instantly what the fuck's about to happen. So I start sliding over to the dessert table, and I grab these little balls that I made and I brought to the potluck, and I start packing that I obviously bought and took out of the bag and put on a tray, but if you tell me that, you're anti.
So at this point, I pulled Midge aside, okay? And I said, Midge, first of all, it is inappropriate to call a student by an incorrect name. Her name is Winona, not Winnipeg, okay? She is not Canadian, right? That's culturally insensitive. And as I was telling her this, I happened to have the receipts in my hand, which I was going to do nothing with. Okay, and I see what I at first thought was a meatball. On closer inspection, it was a falafel, go flying past my head and hit Midge.
I just start throwing the bitches, okay? Distraction! Somebody get me out of here and
So at this point, I'm just trying to get one of these god-awful cupcakes Sadie made, when suddenly this falafel comes flying directly into my face. I don't have great balance, knocks me right over into the dessert table. Thankfully, the cupcakes were safe. I cannot speak for the rest of the foreign dishes. I start attempting to get up, but the table's really slippery from all the frosting and oil and liquid syrup and whatnot, so I'm not very successful. It's kind of a get up, slip down process, and not one of those awful track students bothers to help me. They got functional legs, and that's all that matters, isn't it?
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best day ever. But then all of a sudden, Winona is throwing her meatballs at Midge, and then Miss G is like yelling at Winona, and I'm like, guys, it's okay. Why don't we all just have a cupcake, and
New choice.
why don't we all just gather our hands together and embrace this good day, because it's my favorite day.
I am not proud of what I did next. If I could wheel it back and take it back, I would, but I can't. I was irrationally angry. I was irrationally angry that Winona was throwing food. I was irrationally angry that Midge had slipped and fell and broke my pavlova, which I spent hours making. She just smushed it, and then she tried to stand up and she smushed it again, and meanwhile, Sadie is over here, and I said some things that I wish I could take back. I may or may not have rolled those receipts into a little ball and smooshed them into Winona's face, and
So I'm just trying to find an easy way out of this. Okay, so I just start taking a few steps back. And then I see Miss G come up, and she's angrily she's just going ballistic, going crazy. And I'm like, ma'am, it's okay. We're just gonna forget about this tomorrow. I'm gonna come to track practice, and you're gonna give me that letter, right? And she just smushes these receipts in my face, and I fall, and there's icing and oil everywhere, so I slip back, and I just see all these balls flying into my face, and I'm shocked, so my mouth is obviously open, and 3 fucking balls go down my throat, and so I'm still mouth open, choke. exactly how, but Miss G is so frustrated and distraught. She's trying to get Sadie to shut the fuck up. She's trying to get Midge to stand straight and stop squishing. My cupcakes!
So at this point, I've somewhat made it to my feet. My ankles are fucked, but I've broken up more than a few student fights in my day as assistant principal at Fork Lake High. Has a teacher ever been involved? Who's to say? But I go in and I attempt to start breaking them up. And once I get Miss G off a windshield, it becomes very evident that she's not doing too hot. She appears to be, she's gasping for air, gripping at her throat. She's got receipt ink on her face. So I start attempting to hold Miss G off while I'm performing the makeshift one-handed Heimlich maneuver on Winnipeg while she's down. Wasn't successful, who's to say, but I did get one singular falafel out, so that's an accomplishment.
As I'm yelling and screaming and doing things which I very much regret that I was doing, I began to feel my throat tighten, and my face was getting hotter and hotter. At first I thought it was just the pure anger, and then I realized that there must have been powdered sugar in one of these things which I had consumed, which I have a deathly allergy to. Regular sugar is fine, but there's something about the processing of the powdered sugar, and I felt it, and I gasped. And I looked, and as I went down, I made eye contact with Sadie, and I knew that she knew, and that's how I died.
So Midge gets one ball. If only she would have saw all three go down, because then she starts looking at Miss G, who I don't even know. She's just like, looks like she's about to combust. And I'm like, please, there's 2 more balls in my throat. Give me Heimlich maneuver. But of course I can't say that. So all that comes out is.
So at this point, Winifred's still screaming. So I continue pressing on her chest in such a manner as to get whatever else is in there out. I don't know what she ate before this. I don't have an EpiPen on hand. We already lost one. I cannot lose 2. So I'm pushing on her chest, just trying to get whatever's in there out, and suddenly a second ball emerges. Flies right into my open mouth and down my windpipe. And now I'm struggling, gasping for breath as well, and the only semi-competent adult in the room is down. It's not looking great for me, y'all.
And so I watch Miss G go down, and we make eye contact. And I think that that's her saying goodbye. I really do. I don't know why she died. It just happened. She just kind of like puffed up on my favorite day. She puffed up and died on the floor. And then I see Winona also on the brink of death on the floor due to those balls that she brought. And then I see Principal Midge also
Assistant.
on the floor on my favorite day, dying of a fucking ball. And I lose it. Cupcakes everywhere. Mediterranean food everywhere. Pho everywhere. Shrimp everywhere. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. And I'm throwing them. I'm throwing them everywhere. They're everywhere. And then I see my cupcakes and the icing on the floor. And I sweep it up. And I sweep icing. It's pink. And
So I'm over here fucking dying of one more goddamn falafel ball. And me and Midge are looking at each other, hands on knees. And we turn, and Sadie is sweeping up her fucking icing. So I'm like, and that was actually all that I had left. I dropped dead due to lack of oxygen, and that's how I died.
At this point, my vision's blurred, and I watch as Winona, seemingly in slow motion, falls back to the floor, and our last semblance of a breath escapes her. She dies. And I begin wondering, what am I even here for? I couldn't save these kids. They've taken up 10 plus years of my life. And I couldn't even do that. I was taken out by balls in the throat. And that's how I died.
Wait, no frosting. It's just frosting everywhere. I don't know. And then I don't know. I think I'm allergic to something. The eggs. Oh no. Oh my god. So I'm covering them. I'm dying of my frosting because it's my favorite day. And that's how I died. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, that's it.
We have a show opening on Wednesday called Reasons to Be Pretty. Please buy your tickets.
Right here. Right here.
Our next hip-hop show is March 9th. Please attend.
Also right here.
Yeah, also here.
Unless we change our mind.
Yeah,
Which is a possibility, so.
we're indecisive.
Thank you so much for coming, everybody.